What's up, everybody? My name is Ricky, and this is Cooking Together. Today, we have Chef Kharifa. Kharifa is one of my all-time faves. If she ever asks you to try her this or try her that, you try it immediately. It'll be the best decision of your life. Today, she is preparing a fish dish that has much controversy over the pronunciation of the name. Here's our adventure.
Hi, I'm Kharifa, and we're going to be going over how to make crispy steamed salmon with 3 different flavors. But before we start, I'm going to go over a quick PSA. This is usually how we buy salmon, in these little plastic containers. Lots of things end up in the landfill. It's terrible. So here's my PSA for sustainable buying. If you go to Whole Foods, or you can check out your local grocer. If you buy from the butchers, they're roughly about the same price, if not a little bit cheaper, and you get it in butcher paper. This one specifically is lined with wax, which is biodegradable, so the whole thing goes into the compost, great for the environment. And Whole Foods in itself makes sure that wherever it gets its fish from, it's either sustainable farming or eco-harvested from the ocean. Anyway, first thing you want to do is preheat your toaster oven or your oven to 380. Let that do its thing. And then I like to use some cooking spray. Give your sheet a nice little spritz, not too much, not too little. And then you're gonna salt bae it. I am a strong supporter of Himalayan sea salt for salmon. If you eat a lot of salmon and you make it, get some Himalayan sea salt. Otherwise, use whatever salt you have. Salt bae. But really, just put it wherever the fish is gonna be. You don't want to turn it into a salt lick, so don't put too much. So these guys are going in skin side down over where you laid the salt. Trust, you can get a nice crispy skin with some saltiness. Choice. So we're starting off with a honey mustard. If you want to be bougie, you get the mustard with the little seeds in there. Otherwise, whatever mustard you have works. You need some honey. I tend to use buckwheat honey because it's slightly less sweet than other types of honey. I apologize, I don't tend to measure things. I just take a little scoop. Pour some honey in. You don't want it too sweet. So give this a little mix. And adjust it according to your palate. If you want it sweeter, add more honey. If you want it more tangy, more mustard. You can also add a little bit of apple cider vinegar for a little bit more tang, which I tend to do. Just a skosh. Mix that in. And it gets painted onto the fish. Try and cover all the sides. So next we have our buttery lemony dill mixture. So you're gonna need a lemon, at least 1 depending on the size of your fish, some garlic. All garlic lovers know you measure this with your heart, so you put as much garlic as you want or as little garlic as you want. I'm putting 2 cloves, more or less, on 1 piece of fish, so You're gonna need some butter, but you know, Kerrygold, the best of the best. Dill, the good weed. Squeeze about 1/2, maybe more, just depending on how large your fish is. Cut about a tablespoon of butter. All right, so I'm gonna stick this in the microwave. Let's try about 20 seconds. Okay. So the butter is much softer. It's not completely melted, but that's fine because we're gonna mix it in. I'm gonna put my garlic in here. You don't really have to take off the skin if you're gonna crush it. Mix this around. So again, I'm gonna use my Himalayan sea salt. If you have regular salt, that's fine. Put some in here, and I'm also going to sprinkle some on the fish itself. Okay, the dill you do the exact same thing with. So shake some into the seasoning, mix it around. Then you're gonna drizzle this over your fish. Get all that nice chunky garlic in there. Yeah. And then you're gonna follow up with more dill. And make sure it's nice and covered. If you want a little heat, you can add some red pepper flakes on top of that. For your third combination, this is your super easy, I'm feeling lazy, but I want salmon. Just sprinkle some herb salt on it. Gonna add a little bit more heat, or some heat since there's no heat in the herb salt. Pop this bad boy into the toaster oven. So fish this thickness, it's about 1 inch to 1.5 inches thick or so. Doesn't really need more than 10 to 12 minutes, so I'm gonna put all of this in for 11. All right, see you when it's done. Okay, so our timer has gone off. Let's go get the fish. Not too much albumin coming out, but it is cooked. It's firm. Let's check this underside. So if you like to eat your crispy skin, you definitely want to plate it top side down so that the skin is up. Otherwise your crispy skin gets soggy and you wasted all that yumminess. Bon appetit. See you Saturday.